Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd again on the 13th of July 2015. These are new pictures made today on Pinnacle Foods Wet Prairie. This, of course, is the Asclepius. Boy, that looks faded out on this screen. But anyway, two shots, slightly different angle. It's the Asclepius tuberosa. It's what's called, it's the milkweed species that's called butterfly weed. This one I can't remember the name of, and I didn't really intend to use it, but I got in a hurry and just had to leave it on there. And I'll have somebody come and talk about the value of this little beauty sometime. You can see I've got another blurry one in there. That's what you do when you rush. And it's great to have today's photos, but sometimes it causes me to be late. And that's happened more than once. This is rose gentian. It's got several other common names, and it comes in a white variety, at least on World Peace. World Peace. Well, it probably you used to there. I don't know. I hadn't seen it there lately because I hadn't been in the back. But anyway, that's the rose pink, and it's Sabatiia something or other, Sabatihia, and we'll see some of the white ones there in a minute, I guess. So these are actually ones I would have not picked if I had been more cautious. I accidentally copied and pasted a few photos I didn't mean to get on my first disc this afternoon and hurriedly removed some. Anyway, these are special and they're beautiful out there on Pinnacle Prairie, and I was glad to find them today, although we had shown some last week. And that's a fly that I see pretty often, and I seldom get a picture any better than this one. Although there you go, it's a little closer, and you can see a little more detail on that guy. One of these days, one of them's going to sit still long enough that I can really get some close-ups of it. But they're a common pollinator in northwest Arkansas. Yeah, there's one of crop trying to get more detail of that little guy. And there's another blur, but you know what? That's the way they look to me a lot of times, till I can wipe the sweat out of my eyes when I'm out there. This is a Liatris family. This is not the same as the one I showed you on the other disc, which was in full bloom. These flowers do not look that way. They're not the same, but they're close relatives and they bloom a little later. Okay, this is rattlesnake master, a sure sign of wetland. You can see the variety of, those two insects seem to be mating right there in front of whoever wants to see them out on Pinnacle Wet Prairie. That's a honeybee, a common honeybee that everybody understands is important pollinator, but all of these are important pollinators. This guy's not necessarily a pollinator because he's probably just shopping for smaller critters. Now you see the seed pods there are from the white wild indigo, and here is another milkweed. It's the opposite of that one we showed a few minutes ago. This is the tall green prairie milkweed, and it's Asclepius hirtilla. Okay, this is the pink gentian I was talking about, showing you before, but this is a patch that's got a lot of flowers in a hurry. And here, at last, the much pleasing to people who don't get to see these regularly is that there's also a white variety and it grows right next to the others. Sometimes I can get, both of them in one picture, and sometimes I can even get white ones with some kind of insect on it. Okay, this, notice it's four petal. It looks sort of like that other photo, but this one was growing with its feet in the water, and there is standing water on of Pinnacle Prairie right now still, in many parts, lower parts, and sinkhole type places. And I'm hoping I'll tell you what it is for sure in another week or two. And this is once again the tall green prairie milkweed, Asclepias hurtella. And let's see if we've got anything else on this disc. Oh yeah, Turk's cap again, different time of day, different light. Really enjoyed seeing that, and it's in the shade most of the day. World Peace Wetland Prairie. See ya. Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd, and it's the 13th of July, 2015. This is St. John's wort. It's the one called Golden St. John's wort. This is Synanchum laevi. It's the climbing milkweed vine that's most common in Fayetteville. And yes, even though it's tiny, it has lots of leaves to eat. So if a monarch comes by, point him to one of these and tell him to get busy and get a mate and raise some babies. Okay, this is a white version of a common phlox that a lot of people have in their yard. It's growing wild and it's just now in bloom this time of year, but it's also a rose color. This, of course, was a dragonfly. Here's a bumblebee on a, excuse me, it's on the Monarda plant, the bee balm, it's known as, and I do like to see the pollinators. That's why it's so important to keep these native plants available for all the various pollinators. And here's one that's pretty special. May not see it in your yard, but some people have them in their yards. This one popped up this week, and it's a Turk's cap lily. Turk's cap lily, and there's several species of that, and that's a native Arkansas version. Okay, that's buttonbush. It's got a member of the Vanessa family. There's the American lady and the what's the other one? Anyway, the two ladies are both named Vanessa, and the butterflies they're named are very, very similar also. But anyway, they're really busy out. This is on Pinnacle Wet Prairie. I didn't mean to run that one, just an accident. But I was in a hurry this afternoon, got behind in things. And so here's one that's a little better focused. And it's the same butterfly, although there's several out there. And this is probably the same one that I started with, right there in that area. This is a wood nymph butterfly. You see them in the tall grass as well as in the thickets and in the woods. This is first for this year. Well, no, I think I showed one before. This is the Asclepias viridiflora milkweed. It's also known as green rocket milkweed for some reason, and it's also known as the short green milkweed, and as I said, Asclepias viridiflora. And this one's pretty tall. This is unusually tall. It just stood out on Pinnacle Prairie this morning when I went out to look to find something new, and there it was. And I was hoping to see one. This is the first one I've seen in bloom on Pinnacle Foods Incorporated Wet Prairie in South Fayetteville, Arkansas. So that's why you got to see lots of pictures, and I hope to find some more of these in bloom soon. Hope you can find one too. Please, don't dig it up. They don't transplant well. Don't pick the seeds until they're totally opening on their own, and then maybe you get you a few for planting next spring. But anyway, the viridiflora is one of the smaller ones. This is even smaller. This is Asclepias verticillata, and you saw a bumblebee on it. Now, this is the first week that we've had Liatris in bloom at Pinnacle Foods Wet Prairie, and the bumblebees were working it along with the skippers and a lot of other butterflies and various kinds of pollinators, various small things that you can't always see. And yeah, there's one of the skipper moths or skippers or between moths and regular butterflies in their formation and their body parts and so forth. Till next time, please do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See ya.